Guys, I've got the brand new 5690 Hobbywing 1250 kV. This is not a long can, it's a little bit of a short can. Large diameter. It's going into the XRT in this video right here. Let's get to the table. Let me talk to you about the motor for just a second. Look at this. 5690, you've got all the torque of having a large rotor, but in a shorter package. It's a 1250 kV, which is very similar to the stock motor kV on the XRT or X-Max or anything like that. But you don't have all the overhang hanging off, so this is also a lighter motor. You take this motor and you put it next to the 800 kV, like the normal 56 113 size motor. Look at that. This right here. You've got all this hanging off, so you have a lot more weight. And one of my things about the XRT is I'm trying my best to keep it light. So this right here has the KVs and the torque to pull a lot more gears easier. Okay, there's no replacement for displacement. As far as overall raw power, of course this is going to have more because it's just got a much longer rotor and all that for torque. But this right here, this is going to be a huge step up from the stock motor. Now, as a crazy comparison, here's your 800 kV right here. This is a 7125 motor. Look at that. This is a monster. This is a monster. And this is a little bit smaller monster. That's going to be awesome. And did I mention it's got the full G2 censored system and all that, so it's going to be super smooth, super quiet. I can't wait to get this thing in. And here we have the Max 5 G2. Again, super smooth, great ESC. It should be a phenomenal match. You got the top heat sinks, you got the bottom heat sinks. Now, this uses a 8mm plug. Now, the motor comes with like the 6.5s. So we've got the 8mm plugs right here. So these are going to have to go on the motor. And yes, they did come with the motor along with the proper color heat shrinks. Yes, it's all there. After a lot of heavy duty soldering, yeah, we got the XT90s on, got the 8mm bullets on the motor. This is a perfect size motor. I mean, really, it's not so long it's going to bend the bracket or anything. It's going to fit. Beautiful. And yep, it is finally time for all this to come on out. As I'm putting all this together, you can see right there, it's on the motor mount. It's nice and low. I've got a 26 tooth pinion gear and a 46 tooth spur gear. So it's about 1.74 to 1. So that should be a good ratio for this 1250 kV. About 1.4 is good for the 1100s, and anywhere from 1 to 1.16 is good. And I'm talking about the overall ratio pinion to spur gear for the 800s. Now this is how I've got the ESC mounted. I'm going to show you guys how I did that. I had to make that block to put the ESC up. I've seen some have had the ESC turned sideways, but it kind of gets over into the battery tray area, and I really didn't want that. Just in case, for some crazy reason, I decided to try 12S on this thing. But let me show you the block. This isn't exactly the lightest nylon block out there, but I think it's going to work. Now, got 2 bolts holding the ESC on this thing. The 4 bolts on the chassis hold this all into place. You can see I set it up to where you can see some of the heat sink at the bottom. Kind of get some kind of airflow in there. But I think this is going to work. And I'm going to take this apart and add a little bit of glue in here just to kind of add a little bit more to it since it's only held in with 2 bolts. I am absolutely impressed. Usually my installations got wires wrapped around tires, axles, pinched under axle nuts and stuff like that. Yeah, I can't use the gear cover because the 26 tooth pinion gear is all into it, even with the 46 tooth spur. But that fits beautifully. Really impressed. I'm sure the guys, you could print something out and make a perfect mount for that. I mean, it goes right over, and if I had to get to the receiver, I can get to the receiver pretty easy. If I had to pull the wires out for some reason, 4 bolts, I can remove the entire ESC. That is a very clean installation. I'm happy. I absolutely love how that system went in. I mean, it went in beautifully. There's enough room to put the ESC long ways just like I did. I like the system. It's not such a long motor that it's going to require all kinds of supports and all that stuff. It's kind of like a stubby 56 or a 56 stubby, something like that. But yeah, I think it's going to be the absolute perfect motor for this right here. I've also been told it fits the Super Baja rays very well. So yeah, we now have an actual censored system we can put in a Super Baja ray. I have a Super Baja Ray 2.0. Uh-oh. Maybe later, but for now, we get to take this thing out. We get to take the XRT out and go see what it's got. So, yeah, stay tuned. Your video's coming up soon. Guys, have a great day. Guys, you made it to the end. This is awesome. Thank you so much. You guys making it to the end of the video means so much to me. I mean, for real. Consider joining, becoming a member for just $2 a month. That's the cheapest way to go. In the description are affiliate links, eBay, Amazon. You guys know all the stuff on that. But yeah, guys, it means a lot that you're here and you're listening to this right now. And I want you to have a great day.